Welcome to today's video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to set up a Unifi controller. This honestly is a video that I didn't want to have to make, but I ordered my FortiAP at 231F probably close to 8 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting on it. The supply chain issues in 2021 are real. So in the interim, we have set up a Unifi controller with a Unifi access point and a Unifi switch. And in this video, we're going to talk about the basic configuration of how to extend layer 2 from our FortiGate and FortiSwitches onto the Unifi switch and Unifi access point. We are not going to be covering a lot of the security features in Unifi because honestly, Unifi is boo-boo when it comes to security, but they like to put it in their GUI so that people think they're secure. So, hope you enjoy the video. So now that we're connected to the VPN, we actually have an RDP session into our desktop that's going to be running the Unifi software. As most of you know, you can't always have an environment with all Fortinet stuff. So you kind of need to learn how to play nice with other software. Unifi is a good, cheap alternative, especially for Wi-Fi. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I ordered a FortiAP, and I've been waiting like 6 weeks for it to show up, and there's still no ETA for it. So I need wireless in my house so that I can natively get on these networks that we've created. And because of that, I am going to be installing a Unifi controller on this laptop. Now, because this thing requires Java, and I generally don't trust the security of Unifi, I am going to segment this and just keep it on its own machine, so that way when we get our Fortinet AP, we can just scrap this machine and repurpose it for something else. Alright, so after a little bit of fiddling around, I finally got this thing to provision, and we're just going to wait on it to provision. Alright, so it looks like it just got done provisioning. So we're going to create a new VLANs because it's a different piece of software and it's a different controller. We basically need to duplicate the things that we've done on the firewall in the Ubiquity controller so that we can pass the VLONGs along to the switch and then the access point. Alright, so switching back over, we have built all of the VLANs under the settings and networks. And the next thing we need to do is create switch port profiles. So we're going to go to profile, we're going to go to switch ports, and then we're going to create our trunk for the access point and the uplink as well. So we've created a switch port profile over here. I'm going to call it the main trunk. And so I've set the native VLAN to the management VLAN. So this is going to go on the uplink port, and it's going to go on the downlink port to the access point. And then I'm going to also allow 102, 104, 110, 105, and 103 because those are going to be what we create Wi-Fi SSIDs off of. Click Save. Now I need to go into the device, click the switch, come over here to ports. I'm going to edit this, and we're going to set the switch port profile to be the main trunk. So now it's finished provisioning, and we see that the access point is showing up in here now. So we need to go over here to the access point and adopt that thing. Then we're going to go in here and create a network for each of our wireless VLANs. So we're going to do the first one here. We've got the children's network. We're enabling this wireless network. We're going to use WPA personal and set a password to it and assign the VLAN. And then we're going to repeat this process for the rest of them. So now that we've got these created, let's go over to our device, make sure that it's provisioned. It looks like it's provisioned all of those. Yep. Alright, so now we're ready to get started connecting things to wireless. That is the basic configuration of how to configure a Unifi controller and get a couple Unifi devices managed, configure a basic switch with a trunk. So we've got an uplink to the FortiSwitch, and then we've got our downlink to the access point. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.